The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the February 4th, the wonderful Wednesday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. I hope everyone out there's having a great day, and let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. Now, the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check in on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I at just past 11 o'clock in the morning. I do want you to know I am absolutely grateful for your presence here. But even more important than that, and that is this. During this next 53 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to send me an email. Send that off to steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question. Of course, if you're inside our Tiger's Den, well, then any and every ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on wonderful Wednesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Well, we got that mixed bag like we have over the last many days out there. Probably going to be a choppy market here for a while. You got the Dow up 289 points, S&P up 24, NASDAQ 100 down 362, Russell's up 24, Trendy's up 400, semis are down 324 points, NASDAQ Composite 281, New York Stock Exchange up 78. We got a mixed bag out there. Gold's up $10, silver's up 330, Lace Recruit is now back 6 pennies, natural gas up 13 cents. So plenty to look at. Of course, I want to look at what you want to look at. Let's begin by taking a look at, we've got the spot VIX, which had a one-day rate of change about plus 10% yesterday. We did see an overnight rally that now has obviously dissipated. We got the S&P down, ES-mini down 26 points. Makes more sense, more in line with regard to a spot VIX trading above the 50-day exponential moving average. But when we take a look at the New York Stock Exchange advanced decline oscillator, we're back above the zero threshold level. We're up at 15. We've got positive market breadth. The key number today, just as it was yesterday, though, is going to be the advanced decline line number. Again, we're looking at the high from January 22nd. I can tell you what my number is. It doesn't matter. So just take a look at whatever tool you use to take a look at that. Look at the high from January 22nd. In my case, it's 608,289. We're trading at 608,540. Now, I don't know if we will close a new all-time high. We did not yesterday, even though at this time of the day, we were trading a new all-time high. But if we do, what this tells you, as I've just been trying to yell and scream, unless there's some type of exogenous event, do not plan on, do not expect, do not anticipate any kind of significant pullback. Not for a while. But if we don't get to a new all-time high, then the further we move away from that January 22nd date, then, things start to increase a bit. But right now, if there's any one important number for you to be watching today, and you won't hear this anyplace else, but nobody else did that study that I did, is see if we close at a new all-time high. And if we do, and you're sitting there big time on the short side of it, you are going against history. That is what I will share with you. What else can we look at? Let's take a look at equity futures here, see what we've got going. Here I'm able to show you just some automated trend lines. So you can see the trend lines either from the top, descending trend lines or rising trend lines. In the case of the NQ, you can see it is trading below profile support. It's crashed through one trend line. When I say crashed through, it just moved below one trend line. It's testing the other. It's basically getting down into these swing points that had formed back on January 21st and the swing point that had formed back on December the 17th. It is the It is the December 17th swing point low. That's going to be the most important number to take a look at. And that is at 24,887.75. If we get it closed below that, the A to B equals CD pattern that I'm showing here to the upside will shift to an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. So let's take a look at what that would look like. So the A point would be the high out here from October 30th. That's the all-time high inside of the NQ. If we take a look at the B point, that'd be the November 21st low. And the C point is going to, we'll see what type of retracement we have here. This may not turn into an A to B equals CD at all. January 28th. That retracement, 87%. Nope. No retracement. No A to B equals CD pattern. Period. End of story. At least the way Stevie does it. 87%, that's just a consolidation, sideways consolidation, if you will. So if we take a look at the Dow is traded above profile resistance. I believe it's traded above its green oscillator and change line. We'll take a look at that here momentarily. That says it wants to make a move to 51,236, and just a consolidation inside the Russell 2000 out there. So let's go take a look at those other charts. Let me put them up on the screen. Take a look at the daily equity future contract. See if there's any other signals out here that I need to share with you. So I do. And that's with regard to the NQ, because we're just trying to figure out where could price be headed to if we get below these lows. No A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. Where price would then head to would be its breakout level. And the TD9 count breakout level for the NQ is at 24,616.75. So that would be the number if we start trading below the low from back on December the 17th. In the case of the ES Mini, if we were to trade below profile support on a daily time frame, which is testing right now, it's got that rising trend line to contend with. The Dow is traded above its green oscillator and change line. If it does close above 49,578, the message to you and I is that it wants to go ahead and continue that A to B equals CD pattern, get up to the 51,000 plus area, but it needs to take out its wave number 7 top out there. That formed on January 13th, and that high is 49,901. So right now we've got a pretty clear message with regard to the YM, but it gets amazingly clear if in fact you get a close above 49,901. If you do that, that A to B equals CD pattern will complete. If we take a look at the Russell 2000, just a consolidation with inside its daily profile. There's no topping pattern out here, just an A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. So that's what's going on for the daily time frame. If we take a look at an intraday chart, let's see which one pops up. Whether it's the ES Mini, that's going to pop up. And here, just looking right now for whether it's support or bottoming signals or patterns. So what I don't see is any of those. Now, I take that back because there is most certainly a to B equals CD pattern to the downside. We've got these bullish. Well, hold on. Let's just open up this 2-hour chart here. Okay. So if you take a look at this 2-hour time frame chart out here, you can see if we just draw a trend line, you can see a trend line that's going in on this here. So let's draw that in. Come on, work with me. There we go. So let's go see what it's doing with, so as far as where this may fall back to now, just take a look at the 2-hour time frame chart. TD9 count top all the way out here back at 2 o'clock in the morning on January the 28th. Rhodes momentum indicator bottom 4 in the morning on February the 2nd. So that bottom is still in place out there. That low is going to be a critical low should price get back there. On the ES Mini, that number would be 68.64.50. Support out here is not just that rising trend line on the ES Mini, it's also 6,900, the bottom of that 2-hour profile. So we come back to this break. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and populate this with the NQ chart because that's the indice that's struggling here. And we'll go see if we can identify any kind of signals, support levels for you to observe today. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? one simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So we got the NQ intraday charts up on our screen. The daily's up on the upper left-hand corner. Otherwise, you've got the other 7 time frames that I use to help us interpret the message of the markets out here. And it's really clear now when we see these charts up on our screen. So excluding the daily time frame chart, you will see Rhodes momentum indicator signals have been triggered for all those time frames. That tells you that the market has been stretched. Now, the market can get really stretched out there. The nice thing is about that pattern is that those just simply require bullish reversal candles to confirm a bottom. So that's what you'll be looking for there. And you can kind of do it as a kind of your like checklist. You'd see the first bottom pattern on the 10-minute, then the 15, 30, 60. Now, not all of them have to form bullish reversal candles, but that's one of the things you'd be looking for. The second thing you'd be looking for, now first, it's 11:19. At 11:30, we're going to have a 30-minute TD9 count bottom for the NQ. That pattern will complete at 12 noon. At 12 noon, the 60-minute time frame chart for the NQ will confirm a TD9 count bottom. That pattern would complete at 1. In the 15-minute time frame chart, we're in bar number 8 right now. So that says that we'd likely have a 15-minute TD9 count bottom between 11:30 and 12 noon out there. And the 10-minute chart just is waiting for a bullish reversal candle, as is the 5-hour, 4-hour, and 2-hour time frame charts out there. Now, they are negating bottom signals. They're negating on the 5-hour TD9 count bottom signal, on the 4-hour and 2-hour a buy the D point bottom pattern. So we are negating bottom patterns out there, but we have new, fresh potential bottom signals out there. And it's when the markets get stretched like this, that's where you can see the largest bounces and rallies out there. So I would keep that in mind. Market could get pretty exciting over the course of the next couple of hours out there. So let's do this. Let me go to start with the requests that have come in. And that first request, actually, there were about 3 or 4 that came in yesterday. Again, send your request in early. I can't control the ISPs, and when I get your messages, yours, each of you, which could be Sat P and Vic and Roger and Boulder, all of yours came in after the show. Just so you know. In the case of Sat P wants to take a Reddit, would love to be able to add a couple of shares here, and we're going to say be patient. It did top with a TD9 count pattern. It did form a TD9 count bottom pattern on January 28th and immediately failed the next day. That tells you about a strong momentum move to the downside, and that's what we have here. That strong momentum move, as you can see, is turned into an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. So a bullish reversal candle on Reddit for a daily time frame would generate a buy the D point bottom pattern. The weekly needs the same thing. Short of that, the weekly is saying that it wants to make its move back to 109.16. That would be its breakout level. The monthly time frame chart has 120.39 as a possible target level. So it's a daily, which is bar number 6, but I don't see any kind of bottom signal as we speak right now. So just keep your eye on Reddit, but not looking that great. You also are interested in Netflix, NFLX. So let's get that up on our screen. Same thing. Can we find a place to add a few shares out here? So any kind of bottom signal that we have. And in the case of the daily time frame for Netflix, the answer is no. We do not have any kind of a bottom signal. We do have a Rhodes momentum indicator signal that's been triggered. That needs a bullish reversal candle to confirm a bottom. The weekly time frame chart, gigantic A to B equals CD to the downside, but really we're in bar number 8 on a weekly time frame as price tests its breakout level set at the 82.11 area. Now bar number 9 has to form next week in order to get a TD9 count bottom. That means next week's close must be below $88 even Steven. If you get that next week, Netflix is going to have a weekly TD9. Well, likely, yeah, it will have a weekly TD9 count bottom pattern. But right now we don't have that. Monthly time frame chart is trading below profile support at 82.58. So both those instances, Netflix and Reddit, they are looking like they want to head lower. We don't have any kind of bottom signals just yet. Potential on the weekly, and the daily needs a bullish reversal candle. So thanks for waiting an extra day on that. Hope that information helped you out. Vic was interested in AMBER. So let's get that up on our screen here. See what Amber is doing. Amber is trading out at, don't know, because it's loading. It's not 80.67. That doesn't look like, that did not give me the right symbol. Okay, so must be the name Amber. Let's see if I can find it here real quickly. Amber, INR, maybe, is that it? Let's try this, INR. Let's see if that is, I can't tell for sure. No, it's AMBR, that's what it is. Okay, hold on a second. A was A, and where'd it go? AMBR. There we go. Okay. So we got to get these charts here up on our screen here momentarily. Again, these are the charts for Amber Enterprises, India Limited. So I guess this is an Indian type stock. I don't see a ton of gaps out there, so I think you don't have a currency conversion thing here. So Vic, Amber, AMBR, is trading below the bottom of its daily profile on its daily time frame, suggests a move back to $170. Its TD9 count breakout level. On the weekly time frame, price is consolidating with inside its profile as well. It is trading into the buy zone, which is between 144 and 209. 170 sounds like the number where price is headed to. And the monthly chart on this does not look good at all. I don't have any kind of a bottom signal. We're trading below profile support. Price could get down, well, to zero, basically. So we're not saying that that's going to happen. Not that that couldn't happen. But with regard to where Amber is headed to, Vic, I'd have to say right now, the $170 level and below $170, you get to either the TD9 count bottom, which is the bottom of low of December 15th, 133 or 144. Those would be the numbers that I would be looking at there. So I hope that helps you out. Roger in Boulder is interested in Microsoft and what Microsoft is doing. So let's go see if we can figure that one out and identify support or any kind of bottom signals here inside of Microsoft. So far, I don't see it on the daily time frame, but let's just see what kind of, So it has a Rhodes momentum indicator signal. Again, the market has been stretched on this daily time frame. And if we did get a bullish reversal candle today, that would identify a bottom, a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. If we close halfway into the current bar, as you'll see right here, you'll get a bullish piercing candle. So you figure out the open and close, figure out where the halfway point is. It's right at about 416. 62, maybe 63, somewhere right around there. If we did get that, the daily time frame for Microsoft, Roger, would generate a bottom pattern, and that would suggest a rally. The first rally target would be the bottom of its profile, 427.29. If it can clear that, it would be its oscillator and change line, current print 436.59. The monthly is not preparing to help the daily chart out. Now, the monthly I don't think it has even an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. There's not enough for retracement. So the monthly chart, a series of lower lows out there. If we don't get a bottom pattern on a daily, the weekly chart says once you get to 355.67. The monthly time frame chart looks like it might have a sell the D point top. Let's just scrunch this just a tad. No, it doesn't have that. It has a Rhodes momentum indicator top. So let me just get rid of the A to B equals CD pattern out here for Microsoft, because that is not in play, at least not at this moment in time. What's in play is the actual topping pattern, which on the monthly time frame was that Rhodes momentum indicator top. We're trading below profile support. We've got a gap that's out here. So I would say Microsoft is headed at least for the top of the gap, which is at 396.66. So that's let's summarize it. That's where price is headed to, short of a bullish reversal candle on the daily time frame, which would at least get a rally. Counter trend rally is what it would look like to Stevie. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Trader's Edge is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
folks, the next set of charts that we're going to take a look at are ARM Holdings. This is for Roger. And Roger, ARM Holdings on a daily time frame, let's get back to it, formed a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom back here on January the 14th. That swing point had volume of 7.5 million shares, and the low was 102.01. Yesterday, we got down to a low of 101.57, and we tested and rejected that swing point on slightly lighter volume. 7 million shares, 7.058 versus 7.5 million shares. That is a test and rejection of lighter volume. Price is also trading with inside its swing point. That's got support, a buy zone basically between 104.16 and 106.31, and resistance up at 110.61. So ARM Holdings ought to rally from here. Whether or not it can clear the resistance of its profile, I do not know. And the reason I do not know, well, there's several reasons why I don't know, but one of the reasons why I do not know is because I don't have any kind of a weekly bottom. And price remains below the bottom of its bullish structured weekly profile. So that is trading into a swing point, albeit on lighter volume. It's a swing point from back here on April the 11th. Weekly time frame, 46 million shares so far for the week. Let's say we're halfway through 15 million, so you can see lighter volume there. Nonetheless, no bottom signal, so it can continue to drift lower, and ARM Holdings could drift lower all the way down to the next level of support, which will be down at the 89.84 level. So if in fact this Rhodes momentum indicator bottom fails, that means a close below 102.01. First, 89.94 is likely on the way. So that's what we're looking at with ARM Holdings. Roger, thanks very much for writing in. John Z asked a question. It's a good question. All questions are good. And the question is, I'm going to try to get to the chart out here first. Where are the indices, yearly indices? Okay. So John's question is, and we get to the NASDAQ 100. So we can see that the high for the NASDAQ 100 is at 21,680. Let me just make sure that that is what he was looking at, though. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. 2682. Let me put up these charts here. Sorry about that, folks. But so he's looking at the TD9, yeah. So he's looking at the October, yeah. So that's what he's looking at, the exact same high. So he's looking at the October 2025 high out there, October 29th. That's at 26,147. I want to put the this question is, I'm going to go back and forth. That's the easiest way for me to do this. His question is, what happens if that high does not get taken out? What does that mean? And the answer to that question is, it might mean nothing. It might just mean it's a consolidation. It's a good question to ask. As I've shared with you, when you start trading above and closing above the top of the high of a prior year, you're just simply in a bullish breakout mode out there. So it's always something to take into consideration. The opposite of that is also true. So, John, if it doesn't take out the high, does that mean we're into some kind of major bearish mode or something? No, it doesn't mean that at all. The question would be, what happens if it takes out the low? Now, that low is way down there, in fact, for all of the indices out there. So at this stage here, I'm just simply going to ask that question. If it doesn't take out that high, is there some kind of meaning there, some type of negative meaning there? And my answer to that question is no. Now, let's come back and take a look at the NDX 100 for its monthly time frame. We're just early into the month out here. So the question, then your next question would be, what happens if we close below last month's low? That would be a really good question. Now, we do not have any kind of a TD9 count pattern, any kind of an A to B, sell the D point pattern on the NDX 100. That's also another reason why there's not going to be any kind of major top. Okay, get those out of your minds. You got a nice top on the daily time frame, but you don't have anything on the monthly time frame, at least not just yet. Now, the monthly time frame is starting to trade below last month's low. So just as what I was asking about the high or the low, last month's low is 24,954. We're 24,970. So we're not at that low just yet, 24,956. So we're really teetering with that. If we haven't closed below a monthly low since right here, since March of 2025. That was the last time, March of 2025. So for nearly a year, those lows have held out there, and they might hold again as we speak right now. So, you kind of watching for that. If we do close below that, though, odds would favor that the NDX 100 is in for perhaps a 2-month retracement, a normal knee-jerk reaction kind of low out there. So that's about the best that I have for you with regard to the NDX 100. I hope that did answer your question, and if not, right back to to me, let me know, and I'll try to come up with some additional information for you. Let's go back to the daily, weekly, monthly time frame charts and put in ticker symbol APP. This is from a guppy inside the Tiger's Den. APP. And the question is there any kind of support? McGuppy says, I said that this would head lower, and he said it absolutely has. Well, it has. I see that on a daily time frame, weekly time frame, monthly time frame. Okay, so the daily time frame, we're in bar number 4. We have a gap to the downside. A to B equals CD patterns to the downside that we can draw in here, McGuppy. So what you're looking for there would be a bullish reversal candle on the daily time frame. That would confirm a buy the D point pattern. We don't have the weekly would do the same thing. The monthly, no. All right. So where is price headed to? I would have to say the next price target to the downside for ticker symbol APP, Plovian, is going to be 342.11. That doesn't mean that's where it's going to stop, but that is the next price target to the downside, 342.11. Now, I'm coming back on the daily time frame, and on June 24th, 2025, there was a TD9 count bottom, and that's at 341.93. So you got 341.93, 342.11, and if we take out that 341.93, that's not going to be a good situation either. In fact, if you take that out, close below it, then I would say we're headed back to the 255 level. That happens to be the bottom of the monthly profile, and the monthly does have a Rhodes momentum indicator top. The weekly does have a Rhodes momentum indicator top, and the daily's got a Rhodes momentum indicator top as well. So Plovian, I'd say at this stage here, headed towards that 342-ish area, subject to some type of bullish reversal candle forming, and that would then form a bottom on the daily time frame. So hope that was clear for you, McGuppy. And as always, thanks so much for your request. John C. inside the Tiger's Den would like to take an AMD. So let's pull that up on our screen out here, see what AMD is doing. I thought that the semiconductors were getting tanked earlier this morning or today. Yeah, they are. So AMD gapping hugely to the downside. Of course, the daily time frame does have that TD9 count top. Now, price has made its way back to some prior swing points. The swing point that we're going to first check in on is the one from November 25th. And the volume there, 69 million shares. We are trading inside it right now. We are trading inside it with 53 million shares. So we're going to close inside that swing point, and what odds favor price would do is go test the bottom of that swing point. So AMD very likely headed for at least 194.28. If we take a look at the weekly time frame, weekly profile support is at 196.74. So let's take a look at the weekly and the monthly when we come back from this break. And then after that, we've got just one more request in the queue so far, and that's for Pfizer, for Johnny D. Of course, I would love to hear from you. That's Steve at TFNN.com. Well, I see. We'll take a QBTS as well for Duncan Steve. We'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Welcome back, folks. We'll get back to AMD momentarily, just checking in on these NQ charts out here. So what we can see out here is the 15-minute time frame chart and 10-minute time frame chart each formed Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom signals out there. They're under pressure right now. Now, the 15-minute chart is also in bar number 9, so that's a secondary pattern that is likely to form by 12 noon out there. The 30-minute is a bar following bar number 9. So at 12 noon, you're going to have a completed TD9 call bottom pattern there. And again, on the NQ, on the 60-minute time frame, you'll have a confirmed TD9 call bottom. That pattern is not complete until 1 o'clock out there. Back to the charts for AMD, and they're kind of interesting out here as we were assessing it during the breakout there. So we've already assessed that AMD wants to head lower. And the next target is going to be the bottom of its profile. But it's also trading inside both the daily and weekly swing point that say we get below that profile level. The swing point, as an example, on a weekly basis, November 28th, and that low is 195 even Steven. So I think that's a price will do that. It'll get down there, at least test it. That gets us below the profile support. Now, if we close below profile support, which, by the way, is at 196.74, price, as we see on a weekly basis, AMD has been trading in a sideways consolidation. So if it breaks a consolidation, it creates a measured move, and that measured move would get us down basically to the 117.78 level. It's TD knockout breakout area for the weekly time frame chart. So those are your downside. We're not there just yet. Just preparing you, John, for what to watch for here, because we are pushing into that daily swing point with volume. Now, the monthly chart has got support at about 196. Below that, it's 164, and below that, it's 113. And finally, below that, 78 buckaroonies out there. So that's what we see when we take a look at AMD. I hope that helps you out. And thanks so much for taking the time to write in. Johnny D wants to take a look at Pfizer, PFE. So let's get that up on our screen. See what good old Pfizer is doing out here. My recollection, we took a look at this a while back, and it had made some kind of bottom pattern out there. But let's find out what it's doing right now. Having a heck of a day. It's traded above the top of its TD knockout breakdown resistance level, Johnny, and that is at 26.51. So that is reason to stay long. The monthly time frame chart has got the Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom. Price trading with inside its profile. So it's really up against its moment of resistance out here, which is at the price point of 31.40. And I'm going to open up the monthly time frame chart. We'll go back and take a look at the weekly and the daily, see some other stuff. But this is probably what is most important to you. Price has been unable to take out that profile basically since it formed. It tried it back in December 2024, January 2025. It tried it in February. It tried it in March of 2025. It tried it again in October of 2025. It's trying it again as we speak right now. And it being 26.91 26.91. We're 26.74. Now, even if it did close about 26.91, you still have resistance up here at 28.54, the TD9 count breakdown resistance level. So that is kind of the larger picture of what is controlling things. But I think that's going to impact both the daily and the weekly time frame chart as well. The weekly time frame chart is all out bullish. What I mean by that, prices trade above its green oscillator and change line at the top of its profile. Now it's going to trade into a swing point back here from the trading session of I don't know what that is. There we go. The trading session of the week of October the 3rd out there. That had volume of 495 million shares so far for the week, and we're halfway through at 173 million shares. So 173 going into 495, lighter volume for sure. Does that matter? No, because it's trading above basically resistance out here, and that's what the daily chart is doing. So that's why it's all about the monthly, and the monthly is showing us that is a strong resistance level. So I hope that helped you out, and that was important for me to share that with you, especially with regard to exactly where you're at on the entry out there. So pay attention to those levels, and thanks for writing in. Dunk wants to take a QBTS. Let's get those charts up on our screen, see what they are doing for us. Give me a moment here. QBTS. And you're welcome on AMD. Okay, BST is another one right in here. Give me a second here. So with regard to QBTS, you're not going to like this, Doug. Well, you're not going to like it if you were long. You're going to like it if you wanted to buy this at lower price. At 11:47 a.m. So this forms a TD9 count bottom pattern. It does it on February 2nd. Yesterday forms a hammer candle. We're trading below that. We're trading below the TD9 count pattern, and basically, on the second day, that's saying lower price. The weekly chart is trading below profile support. It has a swing point from November 21st, and that swing point low is 1855. If we close below 1855, we're going to trigger an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. There were 175 million shares that traded that week. This week, so far, halfway through, we're at 75 million shares. So we're 150-ish, so to speak. Again, that's going into 175. Maybe volume picks up if we crash through that swing point. But the A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. Again, this has not come to fruition. It's a weekly time frame. It needs to close below that swing point at the end of the week. It doesn't need the volume. If it does have the volume, though, it would be telling you something. But that A to B equals CD basically gets us back towards its breakout level. And on a weekly basis, that's down at 98 cents out there. Holy shnikes. Okay, so where's the next level of support out here? That's going to be at 1806. So watch 1806. If we close below that, what was the weekly swing point again? 1855. Yeah, so you close below 1806. Man, it's just telling you that A to B equals CD pattern is coming to fruition. 375 is the number that it would be the price target. 98 cents is the TD9 count breakout level. And the monthly chart has got the next level of profile support be at 987. So I would have to say right now, QBTS, it needs a lot of help. So if you are looking for this to not get down into the $3 level, I'd start buying shares. I'd start pushing it up. I'd start saving that TD9 count bottom pattern. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do any of those things. But right now, Steve-O, things are not looking good with regard to QBTS, and I hope you understand why. But let's see how the day plays out. Let's go take a look at TTAN. This is from Mohammed, TTAN. Get that up on our screen out here. See what that is doing. TTAN. Not doing a darn thing. TTAN. Okay. Now, let's see if this one get some traction out here. So TTAN, not looking good at all. Jeez. This has got a weekly A to B equals CD pattern on the downside. Let's start drawing that in here. This not looking good. So the real pattern, let me do a little scrunching here. So the A to B equals CD, we're going to go what I think is its all-time high. And we're going to go all the way down to that TD9 count bottom. That's going to be your B point. Now we're going to copy and paste and see where the A to B equals CD takes us to. Control C, Control V. Let's move that over. Let's get to the B point, which is going to be the next highest side. Looks like it's right there. So this has got an A to B equals CD. We're at the 1-to-1 level. Okay, so 65.50, 65.42-ish on the weekly chart. So you can see the A to B equals CD pattern out here, Mohammed. What you're looking for, since that exists on the weekly, it exists on the daily. If the daily were to generate a bullish reversal candle, that would be a buy the D point bottom pattern. The weekly chart needs the same thing. Now, here's the word of caution. The C to D leg, very strong. Left-hand side, this is telling you what's do more than a 1-to-1 move. And that's really what the daily chart is telling us, and the monthly chart. You know, nobody's happy in TTAN. And I would say don't get in it, at least not yet. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Welcome back, folks. We're looking at the stock charts here for ticker symbol WU. This is for Mohammed. As we look at the charts out here, nice daily TD9 count bottom back in November 24th out there. I don't really see a top. I just see price right now consolidating with inside its profile, 922 at support. And we're testing resistance, the top of the profile, 977. We're trading at 978 right now. If price is able to close above the swing point from back on December 12th that had 15 million shares, and the high is 990. As an example, today so far, you've got volume of 3 million shares. So big wide ranging bar, but only 9 million share a day, if that even. So you're pushing that swing point with some lighter volume. But if you did close above, you'll trigger an A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. Weekly chart. Nice Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. Price to trade with inside his profile. It has 2 resistance levels for you to observe, 990 and 1003 out there. And finally, resistance on the monthly chart is at 992. So Woo is all about dealing with how is it going to deal with that resistance level. I don't know the answer to that, but you're going to find out here soon. If we take a look at VST, this from a guppy inside the Tiger's Den. VST is going to confirm, or looks like it will confirm, a weekly A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. Its price objective, its initial price objective level in around the 110-ish area, but we can see 103.34 is the weekly TD9 count breakout area. The monthly time frame has a Rhodes momentum indicator top. Its next price target is 129.30. That is starts to get into the buy zone. On a monthly basis, it has a buy zone between 103.44 and 129.30, but it does have that confirmed A to B equals CD pattern that suggests it wants to move back towards 103. Lastly, let's see if I can get this in here. Question coming in from Jay about you. How about that? And the question is, has it bottomed? So let's see if these stock charts here can populate before we go off the air. Al just hold the music on the break, and the answer is no, it has not bottomed. You're in bar number 7 today. If you get a lower low tomorrow, you may get tomorrow. You may get a TD9 count, that pattern that completes by next Monday. Folks, stay tuned for all the great programming. I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow on Terrific Thursday. But first, have a wonderful Wednesday. Take care and be safe out there.